So today I'm going to be teaching you guys how I make my thumbnails for my videos. So I use a phone and an iPad to create my thumbnails. The iPad part is kind of optional, it's just something that I add extra onto my thumbnails just to make them look a bit nicer. So the first thing you're going to want to do is obviously take the pictures for your thumbnail. Depending on what type of video I'm making depends on the type of picture that I take for my thumbnail. So for example, if I'm just filming a sit down video like this one, I would just have a picture of me sat here in my bedroom. If I'm doing a fashion video, I will usually just have pictures of me in the outfit. And then if I'm filming a vlog, I will usually have pictures of whatever is going on in the vlog. So the first thing you're going to want to do is download PHONTO onto your phone. This is the app that I use to add the text. All you need to do is open up the PHONTO app, and then if you click the camera icon at the bottom, it will come up with these different options. All you need to do is click plain images, and then if you click the white box and then click on the numbers at the top, you need to change the numbers to 1 to 80 and 720. The reason why I do this is because this is the size of a YouTube thumbnail. So when creating your thumbnails, you need to make sure that you have these dimensions on whatever app you're using, and if you're using PHONTO, that is how you change them. Obviously, if you didn't have these dimensions, then YouTube wouldn't allow you to upload it as a thumbnail because it wouldn't fit. So once you've changed the numbers, all you need to do is click the little export button in the top right hand corner and then click use. The next thing you need to do is import the image that you're using for your thumbnail. So to do this, all you do is click the 3 bars in the bottom left hand corner and then click add image. You then need to scroll through your camera roll to find the image that you're using and just click on it and then click done. The next thing you're going to do is click on the image and use the size tool to basically change the size. Basically what you need to do is make it as big as the white box below it, and then that's how you know you have the right size for the thumbnail. And then we're going to start adding text over the top of our image. All you need to do is click anywhere on your phone screen and a little button should come up that says add text. What you need to do is you need to click on this, and then all you need to do is type whatever you want to have written on your thumbnail. And then to edit the colour of your font, you need to click style, and then you can scroll across and change the different colours. Personally, all I do is keep my text white and I just add a black border around it. So you need to click stroke and then turn the alpha up to 100, and then I have the width at 9 because that's just how I like to have it. I also add a slight shadow underneath my text. So to do this, you need to click on style and then shadow and then change the alpha up to whatever you want, and then also you can blur it and change the direction and whatever. I have mine blurred at around 40 and then I turn the alpha up to around 70. And then obviously the text is too big for our thumbnail, so all you need to do is click the size button and then use the slider to go up and down. I'm just going to do it to around 63, and then personally I like to curve the text on my thumbnails. So to do this on PHONTO, you need to swipe across, click curve, and then you can change how much you curve the text. I normally have mine at around 8, maybe 9. And then you can also tilt it so that it goes to one side or another. And obviously on YouTube you want your thumbnails to look quite eye-catching, so I tend to add pink text somewhere on my thumbnails. First of all, this helps to catch someone's attention when they see my thumbnail on YouTube, but it also helps to have a sort of consistent feed on my YouTube account. So I'm going to add text again. The next thing I'm going to do is change the colour to pink. So all you need to do is click style and then scroll across to whatever colour you want. And then again, I add a little stroke on this, so I just turn the alpha up to 100, I turn the width up to 9, and then I choose a darker pink for the border. I also add a tiny shadow underneath this. Again, I have the alpha at around 70, and then I click done. And then I tend to make the pink text a bit bigger than the white one, so I'll just turn it up to around 110 and then just position it where I want on the thumbnail. Sometimes I also add little other text around the thumbnail just to make it look a bit more busy rather than very plain. So I would just type kind of random words to do with the video and then just sort of pop them wherever I want. So that is pretty much how I add my text onto PHONTO. All you need to do to save it as an image is click the export button in the bottom right hand corner and then click save image. Also on my thumbnails, I like to add a tiny filter over the top. This just helps to sort of again create a consistent feed on my channel. So I use Lightroom to add a filter, but you could use anything like VSco. All I do to import my thumbnail into Lightroom is click the blue button in the bottom right hand corner and then click from camera roll. I will then just import the thumbnail that I've just made on PHONTO, and then I scroll across the presets because this is where I have all of my saved filters. I use just a very simple one called VSCO, which I made myself. I tend not to go crazy with my filters just because I think it looks nicer when YouTube thumbnails are quite natural and not heavily edited. I made a whole in-depth tutorial on how I use Lightroom, so make sure to go and check that out if you want to know how to edit pictures. The next thing I do is kind of optional, like you don't have to do it, but personally I do it on my videos just because I feel like it looks a bit nicer and it makes the subject of the thumbnail pop out a bit more. All you'll need is an iPad and also a stylus. What I'm going to be teaching you guys is how to add an outline and different doodles on top of your thumbnail. So I use the app PROCREATE, but it does cost £10. Personally, I think it's worth it if you want to have really good quality thumbnails. If you wanted a free version, I used to use an app called Sketchbook, which is also really good. So to use PROCREATE, what you're going to want to do is airdrop the picture that you just made on PHONTO onto your iPad, and then if you open up PROCREATE, you need to click the plus button in the top right hand corner and then click on one of the options. I've made my own size canvas because, as I explained earlier, you need to have a canvas size of 1280 by 720. So to make a canvas the size of a YouTube thumbnail, you just click the black box in the top right hand corner and then it comes up with the dimensions and what you need to add in to create the right size thumbnail. But I've already done this, so it's just down there, and then when you click on that, a canvas will kind of pop up, and then to add the image you need to click the first circle in the top left hand corner and then click on the add button and then click insert a photo and then just insert the photo that you've just airdropped. Then we can see that I have the thumbnail here in PROCREATE. All you need to do is add another layer, which we're going to draw on top of. So you have to click the fourth button along, and it's basically two squares on top of each other, and then click the add button. This then creates another layer, so if we mess up we can rub it out rather than rubbing out the actual picture. If you click on layer 2, you then need to decide on a paintbrush that you want to use. So if you just click the paintbrush icon, it comes up with loads of different brushes. Personally, I use the 6B pencil, and you can find this under the sketching. To change the size, you come over and adjust the bars over here. I normally have mine at around 70-80% for my thumbnails, but obviously it's kind of personal preference. And then all I'm going to do is zoom in, and I'm going to start drawing an outline around me. This doesn't take long, it only takes a few minutes, and if you mess up, all you need to do is click the eraser tool up here and then just rub out whatever you want, and then click back onto the paintbrush icon and then carry on whatever you're drawing. So as you can see, it kind of just adds a little pop to the thumbnail. Also, I do add like little sparkles on my thumbnail. So to do this, all you need to do is add another layer, and then I tend to zoom in and just add little sparkles. So I'll just draw 3 different diamonds and then also some circles and then little crosses. And to change the size of these, you need to click the mouse icon in the top left, and then it comes up with this kind of box that you can just drag and use the different points to change the size. I tend to just put these sparkles like near a person, and then I will just duplicate them by sliding right on the layer and clicking duplicate. So that is pretty much all I do on PROCREATE. Oh god, my pen's fallen off. So that was just a quick tutorial on how I edit my thumbnails for my YouTube videos. If you enjoyed, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Also make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss when I upload a video, and I shall see you in my next one. Bye!